Hello, nice citizens. This video is going to introduce you to a tool that we are going to use a lot this summer. It's called Evocation Interviewing. Sounds a little spooky, but it's not. Let's break it down, shall we? The word evocation means the act of evoking, meaning to call upon or summon up the past. It also means creating something new through the power of memory and imagination. Think back to one of the first lessons we learned in science class, all about our five senses, the sense of touch, of taste, of smell, of sight, and of hearing. But how often do we truly evoke our five senses as we think back and remember an event? Using our senses to think about an experience allows us to feel more deeply, recall more detail, and revisit the past with more clarity. Pause for a moment and think about how you remember an important moment in your life. You have the thought of a past event, and then your brain fills in the memory using the information you can recall from that time and the bodily memory of the energy you felt at that time. You might have had a beautiful time at a concert, and you can still hear the music and feel the bass in your body. Maybe in a difficult moment with a sibling, as you argued, you caught a smell from the trash that you can still smell to this day. Or when you smell trash, it reminds you of the argument with a sibling from childhood. You can see a picture of yourself at the beach, and in an instant, you can recall the feeling of the wind against your face or the sounds of little kids laughing and making sandcastles. So, we said this was an interview, right? And interviewing is what you would know it to be, a conversation between people where one person is asking questions of another about a particular topic. The only difference between a regular interview and an evocation interview is that there is a third person who is observing how the two people in the interview are interacting in words and body. So, there are three people: the interviewer, the person asking the questions, the interviewee, the person answering, and the observer, the person who is watching and taking notes. This style of interviewing is based upon a theory being explored by Professor Claire Patmagin. The theory, called microphenomenology, is a new scientific discipline that enables us to discover ordinary, inaccessible dimensions of our lived experience and describe them accurately and reliably. Microphenomenology is a methodology of inquiry which is very specifically aimed at deeper sensory levels of experience. This means that we are asking questions that inspire people to use all their senses to explain their answers. For example, instead of asking a question like, "Tell me about a time when you were happy," you would ask what the person was seeing all around themselves on a day that they were happy, to inspire a person to use their visual sense. Or, what did you hear that day? Was there music? Were there songbirds? The sound of the rain or the wind? All to inspire a person to use their sense of hearing. Using the tool is going to help us better understand one another and how we experience the world. A few times a week, we are going to interview each other to strengthen our generative social field. When you come to our sessions this summer, you are going to be asked to be interviewed and to be ready to awaken your past and better understand your lived experience. Are you ready to be a star?